Hey guys, I got a package in the post today. This is a package from Lightwish, which is a resin company. They emailed me a few weeks ago and asked if I'm interested in trying out some of their resins, and I said, sure, why not? So I thought I'd do an unboxing. This has actually been on my table for a good few hours. I've been a very good girl. I didn't open it up. I wanted to do it with you guys. Anyway, so let's get to it. I sliced open the back a little bit just to make it a bit easier for me. I can tell you it's well packed. Very well packaged. Ooh. Get my scissors. Okay, here's the colored UV resin, solid colors, 8 set. Okay. Whoa, this is heavy. I believe this is clear resin. Hold on a minute, I'm gonna get my gloves on because I don't go near any resin without my gloves on. I'll be right back. Okay, I'll do this one first. This would be the clear resin. And I get 2 bottles. Ooh. 2 bottles clear hard resin. Okay. That's a lot of resin. This weighs a ton. All right, now let's go for the colored resins here. This is actually, I'm just reading the email. She said this set of solid color resin is our new colored resin, which is completely different from the original 8 color resin. So this is newly launched. These out. Okay, we have colors. This is olive green. We have white. Rose red. Turquoise green. I love turquoise green. I hope this is good. We have sea blue, lemon yellow, light green, and bright purple. All right. I'm a little excited about this now, actually. I've got some plans. Anyway, let's just go through this again now. I know I'm going to use the white, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to use the turquoise green because that's just shouting at me. All right, so here we have room. Yeah, I've got room. There we have the resins, and these are all 50 ml. So just let me see. Yeah, I'm going to go take all the metal off camera, and then I'll come back and we'll do a couple of swatches. Okay, I have all the security seals off and the caps on. Because they are so generous, again, they gave me 2 250 gram bottles of clear resin. They're very, very generous. They deserve a full review. So I'm actually going to do each one of these colors in this little triangle diamond shape. I'm going to cure each one, and then we can use those as swatches, and then I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with polymer clay. lighter. A little bit more. Okay, there's the white. I'm going to cure this until it is cured, because obviously this is not a clear silicone. This is a really crappy thing I got free with something. So I'm going to cure this, and I'm going to do all the other ones off camera, and then we'll come back and see what the swatches look like. Okay, the pink silicone mold did not work. I couldn't get the resin cured in it, so I got this one clear silicone mold, cube mold, that I got free from somewhere. Anyway, so I used that instead. So first I did the clear. This is just fingerprints now. It's my dirty fingerprints. This has zero residue, zero. No sticky residue at all. Here's the white. The white is very opaque. Here's the lemon yellow. Bright green. This is bright. This was actually fluorescent under the light. It's very bright green. The olive green, I have to say, I'm not fussed on the color. And we have sea blue. Quite like that one. I really like turquoise green. And we have the rose red. It's pink. And we have the purple, bright purple. Bright purple's nice. It's quite translucent. Pink, not so much. Opaque. Blue, a little bit translucent. Little bit, not much. Yeah, translucent. A bit. And no. So there's the colors. Now, because they also gave me the clear, I wanted to go ahead and try something on one of my this is one box of many of unfinished pieces. So I'm just going to give this a spray down with some alcohol, because I want to do a practice piece before ruining my piece, because this resin is thin. My Sana is quite thick. Now, I have to say something about this. These resins, the colored resins, they have the tiniest scent of resin. But you really had to put your nose up to the bottle to smell it. When I was actually pouring the resin, no, there's no smell. There was no resin smell when it was here or when it was being cured under the lamp. There's no smell at all. This resin, there is no resin smell. There's no resin smell, but there is a smell. And it's not a very strong smell, but what it smells like to me is exactly like the PVC Buna cord, the rubber Buna cord that I use for cording my necklaces. It smells just like that. But it's not overpowering. I must say as well, I sharpened the edges with a nail file, and then I also gave the top a real good sand with a rough nail file. So I'm giving this a fair chance. So let's see how we do. I'm going to stop here. I can actually smell the alcohol more than I can smell the resin. Now normally I would put a flat piece like this because I'm not going to resin the back. I don't really like resining the backs because then I can't wear it. I normally put it on a sticky mat, but because I don't know this resin, I don't want to ruin a sticky mat. All right, I'm just going to try this. No, I'm gonna, sorry. Let's see how it's behaving. Sides look good. I might put another little tiny drop, actually. Ooh, look how runny this is. I wonder if this would be okay to, with the paintbrush, or with the brush. You could paint it on. I might try that another time. Okay, now I'm going to bring the light over to this. And I'm going to let this cure for, I'd say it was quite thin. I'd say maybe about, not 5 minutes. I'll be back when it's done. Okay, as you can see, it's right out of the lamp. I'm touching it. It's smooth, nothing sticky. It did warp the edges a little bit, warped it up, but that's to be expected. You see, I have a little dimple here and a little dimple there, but that's user error. Yeah, I'm quite impressed, I have to say. I like it, and I'm glad I like it because they sent me a lot. They sent me 2 of these. I'm glad I like it. Okay, so I guess that is the review part done. What I'm gonna do now is go away and have a think about what I'm going to do. It's gonna be something to do with Mokume, I think, obviously. But yeah, no, I'm quite pleased with this, actually. I wasn't sure I would be, but I am. Anyway, like I said, this is the review part done. The color swatches are done. And I tested out the clear with no mishaps. So voila, there we go. So I will be back and we are going to do something creative. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, so see you in a bit turned into see you tomorrow night. Right, I was experimenting today. My whole idea was I want to do Mokume, but for the top layer, I wanted to do it in resin. Okay, I'll explain. The clay itself is scrap clay from my last tutorial, Come From Away. What I did was I just rolled that out, then I made the stamp imprint. Then with the dabbing tool, I put a little bit of the turquoise green resin, quickly cured that. Then I put the white resin in all the recesses, fully cured that, and then I put it in the oven to bake the clay. And yes, you can put resin, only fully cured resin, in the oven. Resin, once it's cured, is absolutely fine. It's harmless, but you do not put you do not put raw resin in the oven. Okay. Anyway, the problem with that was when I sanded the resin off to get as level as the clay as possible, I couldn't get the film that you get with metallic and pearl clays off because the resin was on top of it. So I'm changing my plan, and what I'm going to do is do the Mokume, then I'm going to put the stamp in, then I'm going to put it in the oven, then I'm going to give it a light sand, then I'm going to do the same thing again with the resin. Okay, right. So, and again, this isn't really a tutorial. This is more of a me challenge. Okay, so all right, here I have some clays. This is a mix of Cernit rust and Cernit pink gold mixed with translucent. So it's basically scrap clays that I mixed together. This is on a 3. This is also a mix of green gold and turquoise gold, again with translucent. This was also just a mix of scrap clay. This is also a mix. This is a mix of Sculpey 18 karat and then Kato gold with a little bit with translucent. Again, I just kind of made up a color. And this is straight on, oh sorry, this is on a 4. So 3, 3 and 4. And this is Cernit metallic turquoise, and this is on a 5. So 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just get this going. I had it in my head before what I wanted to do. Right. Okay. I'm going to take this with a turquoise. Gold. It's a bad angle for me. Come on, come on. There we go. Gold. Oops. A fur of some type. Gold. And then the green gold. I don't want to put the turquoise close to this because it's like last time it made it look yellow. So I want to keep these separated. And we do the same order again. The rust and pink gold mix. What was next? Turquoise. Was it turquoise? Yes, turquoise. Was it? Yes. Turquoise. Gold. And the gold mix, the turquoise and green mix. Okay, now I hope this is gonna look, I think this is gonna look nice. Right, so like I usually do, I'm gonna get it as flat as I can. Then put it through the machine. I'm gonna stack and cut once, I think. Stack and cut once. And then I'm going to do my stamp. Guys, it's late. I'm feeling lazy. I'm getting my roller. I see you. Doink. Bye-bye. I see another one as well. I'm ignoring it. Gosh. Still there? Yes, it's still there. All right. There's one here. All right, I'm going to put this through the machine on a 0. I'm going to cut and stack it. Then I'm going to put a layer of translucent on top, but I don't know what thickness at the moment. So bear with me. I'll be right back once I have this rolled out, cut and stacked and rolled out again. Okay, I have the resin rolled out on a 7. I'm going to stretch that a little bit and lay it flat on the paper. I'm not really worried about any imperfections. Right. Now the reason I'm putting the translucent on top of the stack here is because when I do the imprint, I want the resin to be like this. I want the resin to be lifted off the clay. Okay, so it adds a little bit more depth. All right, so I'm going to put this on here. Pray that I don't get any bubbles. Air pockets, I probably have. I'm going to cut. No, please, 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 please. Not bad. Okay, I got my stamps. Now, I think I'm going to go with the same design as this one. So, again, these stamps I got from the same one. Let's see. This one here. These I got from Temu. I'll put a link in the description. Right. Again, because these are silicone, you don't need to use any water or anything, any release agent, because this type of silicone comes right out very easily. So I'm going to push it in quite a good, very good, quite hard, or quite deep. I think that's good. Again, this way worked really well. The only problem is, again, it's just that I can't left that film that metallics and pearl clays leave. That's why even if you're going to resin, you really should sand down your piece before you resin it. All right, okay, that's that. I think that's good enough. I'll leave that on for the moment though. I get my cutter. Gosh, I'm not very organized. Again, I don't want any of the edges even near any of the design near the edges, because I don't want the resin to spill out and make even more of a mess on me. Right, that looks good. More scrap. Right. There we go. That's a very good indentation. Rub that down. No, I'm not gonna rub that down. Right, so this is this. So I'm gonna put this in the oven, fully cure it, and then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna give it a sand to where this is good, and then I'm gonna put the resin in. Okay, so I will see you I'll see you in a bit, but it's probably going to be tomorrow. Okay. Okay. I really don't know what I was thinking. I did this piece last night, and I didn't do anything with the layers, and I sanded it down a bit too deep. I sanded it down too far. The piece is actually quite thin now. If we're going to put the resin on this, it's not, the imprint isn't deep enough. So this is for something else. So I did it again. And what I did this time is I did the same as this. It was the second part of this, the other half of this. But I just kind of gouged out some slices, and then I rolled it flat with my rolling pin. And then I put another layer of clay, black clay. Okay. So now it's quite thick. Then I put the stamp on it. And I put the stamp on it between two tiles, and I put it in the oven. I left the stamp in it, so the impression is very deep. Now here it's a bit higher than the face of the pendant, but that's okay because I can sand this off. Clay is easy to sand, whereas resin is a bit more difficult. What I did forget to do was put a layer of translucent, but honestly, I'm not really bothered because I have so much color going on here. As you can see here, I mean, the white is very opaque in the samples I did, but here you can see the colors coming through because it's much thinner. The layer of resin is much thinner. So I'm hoping there's going to be like a color shift within the resin on this. All right. So again, this has all been cleaned. So I'm going to take my white. I'm going to start applying it. I don't want too much because the more I put, the more I have to sand off. And also, what I was saying before was that I didn't want to, well, I was worried that the film from the metallic, or yes, metallic clay would interfere, but no, it won't, because my idea is that I'm going to sand this. I'm not going to resin it like I did this one. I'm just going to sand buff it and polish it. So the clay itself will be nice and shiny, but the white will be a little bit more matte. So I'm going to get my tool and get this as thin as possible. Fill in all the crevices. Again, it seems to be my normal third time lucky, right? And this isn't a tutorial, this is more of a me challenge, thinking out of the box. And I'm still learning myself, so. All right, now let's give this a torch. Sorry for any background noise. Yeah, I know I'm going to be okay in this one. A little too much resin again, but that's okay. I have arms of steel. Okay, I don't know if that is actually a bubble or is it something in... It's on the surface, it's okay because I can just sand it off. But I don't want it in... Oops. Yeah, it's surface. Right. Oh, it's still there. Come on, buddy. Okay. If it's bubbles, sorry, if it's bubbles, it should come up with the tapping. Goodness me. No. It's what one would call an inclusion. Excuse me. I got it. Okay, another tap. I think you can still see some bubbles underneath, so I'm going to give this another go with the torch. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit just for a minute, then I put it under the lamp. Let's do a slight cleanup while I let that rest. Clean my fingers. Right, I think that's good. I don't see any problems there. I'm excited about this one now. I have to say, I'm excited about this one. Okay, so I'm gonna bring the light over. Now my nose is a little bit clearer tonight, and I can smell a slight smell of resin, but it's not strong at all. Not strong at all. All right, so I'm gonna let this cure for about maybe, because it is a little bit opaque, I'm gonna let this cure for about maybe 10 minutes. And then I'm going to relax with my Netflix and my glass of wine, and I'm going to sand away. And I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll see where we're at. Okay? Right, I spent a long time sanding this. So I sanded on 150, I think it's 240, 320, and now I'm going to stop because I want to clean up my edges, and I'm going to do that with the Jessama smear. If you don't know what the Jessama smear is, it's basically, it came from Jessama Tutorials. Basically, you really warm up the clay so it's nice and soft. And then you take it and you put a lot of pressure and you smear it on the side. Like that. Okay, and then you clean it up afterwards. So I'll just do a little bit here, then I'll do the rest off camera. Then after I put it in the oven, I'm going to continue sanding up through the grits. Again, then just with my rigid blade, I'm just going to take off the extra. So then now when I'm sanding, this will all be all nice and flush with the top of my piece here. Okay, right, I'll do that off camera and I'll be back when all the sanding is done. Okay. All right, I have the piece sanded, polished, sanded, buffed, and polished, but I'm not going to show you it yet. I'll show you it at the end. In the meantime, I went ahead yesterday and I made this as well. This was just with this silicone stamp here, very shallow silicone stamp, and I just used the white resin. I cured it, then I shaped it. I put it between two of my glass things. And it was a dome, just like the pendant here. So then I made this, just a quick domed pendant. I just used a padded nail file just to sand it down, and then a little bit of alcohol, and so it's nice and smooth and matte. Then I put this in the oven to cure, and it moved a little bit. It's not perfectly domed, but I don't mind. I don't mind that at all. I quite like it. But what happened was when I put it in the oven, I had a bit the glass dome on top of it to try to keep the weight on, to keep this down, and it took off some of the shine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush on the clear resin on this, because I wanted to see if you could brush it on as well, if it was thin enough to brush on. And I'm going to put a little rhinestone here in the center. Also, I wanted to play around with the colors, so I thought I would do another version of this, but in these colors here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm not going to talk, I'm going to concentrate, so I hope you don't mind a little bit of music.
Our hearts beat to the city streets, we began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. So loud as the hours pass, we're gonna do it all again.
Colorette Show and Tell. I actually had an idea for another piece, but I don't have enough time for it in this video. Anyway, so this was my sample piece. I really like this one. I love the colors of the scrap clay. I also love how the white resin sits. And I have to say, I really like this clear resin too. And here on the back, I just put a bit of the turquoise green resin on it. And here we go. I haven't finished the sides. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet, but again, I really quite like it. Then the second one that I made was this one. I love this. I love how it turned out. You can see we have the mica shift and we have the shine from the polymer clay, but then here with the resin, it's a soft matte. So I really like how this turned out. Here's my Jessama smear, so the sides are all nice and finished, and here's the back. I really like this piece. I really like this one. Then I made this one. This was with just the flower stamp. A very shallow flower stamp. I like it. I like this against the matte. I really like this a lot. And the resin, I was pleasantly surprised. It's really great to brush on. It's thin. It's very nice. So that's that piece here. Yeah, I put this on a Buna cord, and this is my coiled bale. I'll leave a description I'll leave a link in the description box below for that one. And then for a little bit of fun, I just did this one here. Now I don't deal with resin alone. I'm into polymer clay, so I had fun. My little flower. As you can see, the back is nice and shiny, and the front is shiny too now, because I brushed a little bit of the clear resin on. The reason for that is because these stamps are for scrapbooking, they're for ink, and it doesn't have a nice smooth surface like a proper mold would for resin. So anyway, my little flower is quite cute. So I really like this. I will definitely continue using this resin for different ways. Again, I have another project in mind. But I really like the white. And I also really like how the white is opaque, but it's not too opaque. So I have some color coming through. Where's a good one? Here. I have some color coming through the white. So where's the camera? Yeah, so I really quite like it. I have to say, it's my own fault, but I had a bit of a mishap. Again, I'm very allergic to resin. And obviously, I touched some resin after cleanup. I was a bit sloppy. But in saying that, this is not an extreme breakout. I don't know if it was because the resin was more gentle to my skin, or if because I caught it early and put my cream on the next morning. But always wear gloves and clean up very well. Okay, so Lightwish gave me some links to different Amazons. They're Amazon links in the US, UK, Germany, and Canada. They didn't in France though. That's bizarre because that's where I live. But anyway, also for a limited time, they're giving you a 10% off discount in both the US and the UK, and I'll have the links in the description box below as well. So I had fun. A little bit different than my normal, but I had fun, and I hope you had fun watching me have fun. Anyway, I guess I'll close this up. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. If you liked, hit that thanks button. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.